ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣಪತಿ ಶಾರದಾ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾನಂದಂ ಪರಮಸುಖದಂ ಕೇವಲಂ ಜ್ಞಾನಮೂರ್ತಿಂ ದ್ವಂದ್ವಾತೀತಂ ಗಗನ ಸದೃಶಂ ತತ್ವಮಸ್ಯಾದಿಲಕ್ಷ್ಯಂ ಏಕಂ ನಿತ್ಯಂ ವಿಮಲಮಚಲಂ ಸರ್ವಧಿ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಭೂತಂ ಭಾವಾತೀತಂ ತ್ರಿಗುಣರಹಿತಂ ಸದ್ಗುರುಂ ತಂ ನಮಾಮಿ. Welcome to audience for this session on Sri Guru Charitra to chapter 36, in which Sri Guru suggested a vrata that was in the past performed by Seemanthini in order to have a long married life with Chandrangada, her husband. The young wife who could able to get back her husband with the blessings of Sri Guru had then requested Sri Guru to suggest some vrata. Sri Guru told her, I will tell you a vrata by which your saubhagya will be perpetual and your husband will get prosperity. This vrata was told by Suta to rishis in the former days. In this vrata, you have to worship Sri Shiva every Monday, observe fast on that day, and keep control over your senses. This vrata can be observed by the married woman who is having husband, or even by the kumaris who are unmarried girls, or even by widows, young and old persons of both sexes. Chaitravarma was a pious king in former times. He had a daughter by name Seemanthini, who was beautiful and good natured. One astrologer had said that all the stars in her horoscope were good, but she would be a widow at the age of 14. The king and others were extremely pained to hear this. Once Maitreyi, wife of Yagnavalkya, came to the king. Seemanthini requested her, kindly tell me a means by which my saubhagya will be perpetual. Maitreyi then told her to observe Monday vrata and said, My observance of this vrata, by observance of this vrata, your desires will be fulfilled and you will get all prosperity. Seemanthini therefore began to observe this vrata devotedly. Seemanthini then married to Chandrangada, a son of Indrasena of the famous Nala family, with due festivities. Chandrangada stayed at Chaitravarma for some days. Once he went to Kalindi, that is Yamuna river, with some friends. They were traveling in a ferry boat. All of a sudden, boat sank in the river. Even after diligent search, no trace of Chandrangada was found. Seemanthini and her parents were greatly shocked to know this. Indrasena and his wife were deeply grieved. He lost interest in the affairs of his kingdom. Talking this opportunity, he his enemies, considering this opportunity, his enemies usurped the throne and put Indrasena and his wife in jail. Seemanthini resolved to observe sati as per the religious rule of a devoted wife, but as the dead body of her husband was not found, she could not observe the sati rite as per the Shastras. So she was prevented from observance of sati. Seemanthini continued her Monday fast and worship of Sri Shiva. When Chandrangada was drowned, he was taken by the Naga Kanyas to Vasuki in Patala, in a beautiful city with buildings glittering with precious stones. The gate of the city was golden, and all persons in it were like serpents. Takshaka, the king with 1,000 hoods, was sitting on a bright throne. Chandrangada was brought before him. Takshaka inquired about him. with affection and assured him about his safety and asked him to live there happily. After some days, Chandrangada requested Takshaka, I am the only son of my parents. I am recently married and my wife Seemanthini is only 14 years of age. My parents, wife, and mother and father in law must be mourning deeply for me, so kindly arrange to send me to them very soon. Takshaka gave him nectar to drink and offered him costly clothes, ornaments, and precious stones. He also gave him a swift horse and a Nagakumara to accompany him. They instantly appear on the bank of Kalindi, where accidentally that day being Monday, Seemanthini also had come with her female attendants for bath. It was the very place where Chandrangada was drowned. Looking at him, Seemanthini said to her attendants, who is this celestial person coming out of the water? I remember to have seen him before. Please inquire. Chandrangada looked at Simantini and began to think, she appears like my dear wife. But how is it that she has the Mangala Sutra around her neck and kumkum on her forehead? She has no Mangala Sutra around her neck and kumkum on her forehead. It descended from the horse, come near Seemanthini, and inquired about her with affection. Seemanthini was ashamed to see him come near. She told her attendants to narrate her account. Attendants told him 3 years before her husband was drowned here in this river. She is continuing her Monday Vrata in grief, and today being Monday, she has come here for bath. Her husband's kingdom has been usurped by his enemies, and they have put her mother and father in law in jail. Simantini then asked, may I know who you are, whether you are a god or a Gandharva? Why are you inquiring about me? She recollected the face of her husband and began to mourn. Seeing her dejected, Chandrangada held her hand in affection and told in her ears in low voice, you need not mourn. Your husband will meet you on the third day, but do not disclose this to anybody. He rode the horse and went away with Nagakumara to his parents to see his parents. When he reached the outskirts of the city, the Nagakumara entered the city and told the then ruler, Chandrangada has returned from Patala with an assurance of assistance from Shaka. Reinstall Indrasena on the throne with honor, otherwise you all will be doomed. The ruler was alarmed. He released Indrasena from jail, seated him on the throne with honor. Indrasena embraced Chandrangada with affection. A message of joy was sent to Chaitravarma, who, with Simantini and others, was greatly rejoiced to hear the news. Indrasena started with his paraphernalia to meet Chaitravarma ceremoniously. Again, a ceremony like wedding was celebrated, and Chandrangada and Simantini met each other. Chandrangada offered the ornaments, precious stones, fruits of Kalpataru, etc., brought from Tukshaka to Simantini. She attained all this glory due to observing the Monday Vrat with great devotion. As advised by Sri Guru, the young couple started observing Monday Vrata. Their parents also came there, bowed to Sri Guru, and were glad to see the good health of the couple by the grace of Sri Guru. They gave much in charity. Then all of them returned to their place. The couple later on had many children. They used to come to see Sri Guru every year and had all prosperity. Thus come to the end chapter 36 of Sri Guru Charitra. Namaste Sharade Devi Kashmira Puravasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidyadanancha Dehime. Namaskar. Goodbye.